conclude today's meeting of the Lindworm Council. Meeting adjourned.
Shall we go, Lady Draconis?
You're still trying to change my mind?
Yes, I want you to undergo the surgery. I'll keep asking, no matter what. Yes, delicately. Just like that. Like you're gently pinching it. Good. Be careful, that spot's a little tricky. That's great. You've gotten a lot better.
Oh, you're too kind. It's really all thanks to your guidance, Doctor.
She's too close to him. Dr. Glenn? These examination files all seem to be out of order.
No, sorry. That's strange. I could have sworn I put them in there the same way I always do.
It's all right. I'll fix it. More importantly, isn't it about time for you to head over to Central Hospital?
Oh, yes, you're right. I have to stop by the workshop and the council, too.
What about your dinner?
I'm gonna be back pretty late and eat without me. Okay, I'll be back later.
Have a good day.
Are you sure about this, Safi?
Hmm?
Look, if you act too coy and don't just say, look at me, pay attention to me, then I'm afraid that men will never catch on.
I don't mind. It's not as if staying behind is anything new for me.
Really? Whatever do you mean?
When I first left Glenn's home as a child, I thought I'd never see him again. I was basically all alone. Until the two of us reunited at the academy years later. But now, as long as I wait here, I'll always be able to see him. He'll always come home to me.
Oh, yes, I see. Well, Dr. Glenn certainly is very loved, isn't he?
Yes, so there's no room for you to butt in.
You know, I'm a little envious.
Thank you for everything you're doing, Arania. It's good to take a break now and then. Been a while since we've come here, hasn't it?
True, it's so nice to get out. But why is she here with us?
Well, we're having a girls' night out, right? Since you two know each other, I thought, why not?
I'm honored you invited me to come along, Safi. We are at a pub, so why ever are you drinking fruit juice? Oh, it's whatever. I suppose it's not as if the alcohol will taste less sweet with you here.
Yeah, since it's just us girls tonight, feel free to talk about whatever you'd like.
I almost forgot to ask you, did that connection end up being helpful?
Yes, your connection helped us acquire the ingredients that we think may actually work on dragons.
What's this now?
The anesthesia for Lady Scotty. There are absolutely no records of surgeries being done on dragons anywhere, so... Thanks to Scythia Trading Company's connections, we got a hold of a few ingredients for an anesthetic from some humans in the East. The key ingredient is...
What is it?
It's alcohol called ginjo. Apparently it's something that's just made in the East, and we understand that it has sedative properties that affect dragons.
Oh. You mean, if you use this Eastern alcohol, then it'll act as an anesthetic for Lady Scotty?
Yes, although we haven't tested it yet.
Say there, sugar. Could I get another ginjo?
Arania, I think you've had enough, don't you?
Oh, come on now, girls. Don't be that way. I'm just getting started, spoil sport. Is this the way she usually acts?
Actually, this is a bit tamer than her usual self.
And when you asked me whether the love that I feel for the good doctor is actually real? Oh, yes, of course I recall that. Then that must mean you know what true love looks like, so what do you think it is? Who can say for sure? I simply adore all the give and take that comes with love and romance. But can you actually say for sure that any of it is real or fake? They say a red thread of fate binding your pinkies is supposed to be the sign of lovers. But I can connect with anyone, anytime, even though my thread isn't red. I don't care who it is, a guy or a girl. Understand? Huh? Now both of our pinkies are linked together, and that means we're BFFs. Isn't that right, Safi?
How dare you? You didn't even bother to set a trap in the hallway. That's awfully careless of you, Arania.
Safi, you... How did you know?
Go. And you're not even using your usual excuses either. That isn't like you one little bit. It's no big deal when you do things like hide Dr. Glenn's stethoscope or rearrange his examination records. I'm willing to overlook pranks like that. But I simply can't let you have that. Because it's something very precious that I gave Dr. Glenn.
I have been waiting for you.
It's time for you to give up, Arania.
I stole something. But y'all aren't gonna turn me in, are ya?
Well, Miss Arania didn't actually steal anything, did she, Safi?
No, she returned it immediately.
Yeah, but...
I see that your accents come back now. Although it seems to me that you only came up with... Honestly, though, I think that accent suits you very well. I know we've been asking a lot of you and you're stressed, so I confess that I was aware your bad habit might make an appearance.
I suppose that you saw right through me. Yes, I must admit that I've always been this way. The closer a connection I develop with someone, the more trouble I have fighting that feeling of being compelled to take what's theirs for my very own.
But that really isn't the only issue, is it? You decided to put me through a test back at the Harpy Village by attempting to make Dr. Glenn your own. You wanted to see if I'd still be friends with you, or if I'd leave you behind like a broken thread. That's what you were doing, isn't it?
What a cowardly move.
Yes, you're correct. She is a coward. She's always just longing for someone to need her, for others to forgive her for what she's done wrong. There's no value in a connection you can make with just anyone at any time. You must know that deep down inside of you.
This might not mean much to you, but I've never doubted my friendship with Kay and Lorna. That's because I trust both of them. And they both put their trust in me as well. If you have a bond that you share with someone, you really shouldn't ever have the need to test it. It should be something...
You remember what you said to me the other day, Arania? That you and I would be BFFs because of our pinkies being connected? Why not try believing it, and not just saying it?
So, the reason that you tried to steal the dragon scale was because you also wanted to test the doctor?
Yes, that's right. And I knew Safi had given it to him, which made me want to steal it even more.
What are we going to do with you?
But even if you'd successfully stolen it and we forgave you, you still wouldn't be able to bring yourself to trust us completely, now would you?
I guess. I would have just assumed that you were only keeping me around until the surgery was over, 'cause y'all needed my help to get it taken care of.
Why are you like this?
I want you to be totally honest with me. You don't really get what he's about, do you? He confuses me to no end. Every day he treats me so kind and just keeps on teaching me, as if he's completely forgotten what I did to him. And even if I tease him or pull pranks, he never seems to get upset at all. He's such a lovely soul.
Is after all that, you still can't trust him.
Yes, well, unlike both of you, my dear, I don't trust a single living soul. How I'd love to find out just what kind of secrets Dr. Glenn has hidden in the shadows.
You just got done crying, and yet here you are scheming again. Frankly, I think we've all had enough of your sad attempt at villainy.
Oh, well, I'll be. Please excuse me then. To be frank, I haven't been myself ever since I arrived here. I just can't find a way to relax when I'm around that doctor. Yet I can't say I completely mind it either. I know the doctor's not comfortable around me, but all the same, he doesn't even try to avoid me.
That'd be out of character for him.
What's with that? Does he seriously not see me as a bad girl or what? I have no idea what's going on in that head of his.
Arania, let's conduct an exam.
An exam?
Do you find yourself thinking of Dr. Glenn when you go to sleep?
Well, yes.
Does your chest get tight? Does your face ever feel warm?
Now that you mention it, yes.
Do you have the urge to tie Dr. Glenn up?
Oh my, all the time.
Oh.
What? What are you laughing about?
Oh,
I know that That's not what she meant.
Arania, you've stolen men away from their lovers before, and you still don't understand?
But now I'm even more confused. I'm an expert when it comes to seducing them, but I've no experience with what comes next. I've always been satisfied with just stealing them.
Well, my.
Hey! All right, that's it. What's with you two?
Look, Arania, Tisali and I have already been through what you're experiencing now. Just listen to me. I'm going to diagnose your illness for you now. It's that you're head over heels in love with the good doctor.
You never quit. Don't you get tired of coming here every day?
Well, I still haven't achieved my goal just yet.
Yes, I suppose so. Kunai, lift me.
So, would you like me to do it?
Yes, please. Dr. Glenn, surgery.
Yes, please.
This is Lindworm. It accepts all humans and monsters without bias. 10 long years. That's how long I took to build it.
I know. You turned it into one of the best places in the world.
As a dragon, this is exactly what I wished for. I'd never liked wars or violence. I descended from the heavens to stop the war, and took on a dragon form to act as an arbiter between both sides. Sometimes I'd intervene in order to keep the peace. After interacting with humans for so long, I ended up in this form. If I'd gone home, I should have been able to maintain my dragon form, but I wanted to stay on the surface and live among the humans and monsters. I wanted to observe them longer. After the 100-Year War, I decided that in this former fortress I'd build a city that would never go to war. A place named after a dragon where humans and monsters could live. May the dragons protect you. That's what the name means. The city still continues to grow. Humans and monsters now recognize they need each other in order to survive. That's why this is enough for me. Fate catches...
That's why you're refusing to have the surgery? You made a city that won't go to war, and it all went wonderfully. But then when you got sick, you just gave up, believing that it's your time to die. Is that really what you want?
Dr. Glenn.
Miss Kunai, perhaps more than anyone, is always looking out for you. Dr. Cthulhu's at her wit's end, trying to figure out how to make the surgery a success. Mei Mei and the others are working around the clock to make the tools. Lulala continues to sing at the Central Council Hall, praying that you get better. The citizens here in Lindworm are good people and good monsters. Wouldn't you like to watch this city's progress a bit longer? I'd like that for you. I'd like you to see how this charming city ends up. And that's not all. I'd like for you to keep watching over us. This simply isn't your time to go. After all, your ailment's curable. And that means that it's not your fate to die just yet. Lady Scotty, if part of you wants to keep watching over us, just say yes. Please allow us to assist you now.
It's all right? Really? For me to continue to live a bit longer?
Of course.
See how boring it can be to live such a long life.
Oh.
So what exactly should I do with my time?
Well, let's see. Maybe you can eat new and delicious foods or sweets?
Actually, in the renovated waterways, I just heard a new sweet shop opened up. What else could I do?
Well, I guess you could get all fancied up. It might be expensive, but maybe you could buy some jewelry.
Oh yes, jewels are good. Sparkly things are nice. What else? So what else could I do? What are some of the normal things girls like to do?
Well, dating, I suppose?
I see. I will consider that. So, could you put me down now?
Oh, sure.
Okay, Dr. Glenn. I'll go through with the surgery. I'll put myself in your care.
Great. I'll take care of you.
I'm counting on you. Completely.
It's time to begin our surgery. To remove Scotty Dragonfeld's tumor. All
It's taken effect. Her pulse and blood pressure are stable.
That's very good. Let's start.
Right.
It's probably hard to imagine since you know her in this form, but originally, she was a fire dragon. That is, a dragon that breathes fire. What allows her to produce flames are the flammable, noxious gases inside of her. That's why fire dragons' internal organs are shielded by pyrite and vivianite, because those minerals protect the dragons from those gases. The reason that Scotty's internal organs and blood are blue is because they contain those minerals. I'm done over here, Glenn.
Almost done with the sutures to stop the bleeding.
And I'm done too.
Good. Now let's concentrate on removing the tumor itself.
Lady Cthulhu!
Finally. There it is. Glenn, take a look.
Hold on, that's...
When fire dragons sense danger, their temperature rises so they're ready to breathe fire. At this point, combustion could happen at any time.
Even though she's unconscious?
It's involuntary. Like how our temperatures rise when we catch a cold. Good grief. Dragon biology is as astonishing as ever.
Dr. Cthulhu!
Glenn, sever the tumor right now, while I'm restraining her! Quickly!
Right. It's okay.
Dr. Glenn?
The surgery succeeded. She's fine.
Listen, everyone! We just got word the surgery was a success! Lady Draconis has been saved!
Awesome! Way to go, Dr. Glenn! Thank goodness! Thank goodness! Oh, isn't that great? Your eye's scary!
Case 12. The City of Dragons Doctor.